Broken relationships when you're not talking to a family member. Hello, y'all. I'm Dianna Brianne. I don't give advice, suggestions, information, recommendations. I just share with you my perspective on different topics, as is with this one. I do hope you like, share, subscribe to all 5 of my channels. The links are pinned to the top of the comment section below. And if the links aren't working, just copy and paste, please. Okay? Thank you. So, I got to thinking about this subject, and someone had brought to the attention that they were having a challenging time with a family member, and it was a close family member, and they said that they were not talking with each other at this time. And I got to thinking about that. I thought, what happens when you're estranged from a family member? By the way, I just moved my other computer out here so I can do my webcamming for my classrooms when I do it, and also my live streams that I hope to start doing again real soon here on YouTube. Okay, and I can move it back and forth. It's very lightweight, and so I can move it back and forth because I like the openness. Well, so this is the thing. What happens when you're estranged from a family member, when you're not getting along for one reason or another? I think it's very difficult. I think it's very difficult whether they're an immediate family member or whether they're a more distant family member. When you can't talk to somebody, or you're not on the kind of relationship that you want to be or hope to be, it can be challenging and difficult. And so when my friend was talking to me about this, I got to really thinking about it. I got to really thinking about this topic. And I thought, there are times in life that people are going down certain roads that maybe we don't agree with, and yet we can often love them and accept them in person anyhow. And yet sometimes there's roads that people travel that make it very difficult for us to be around them. And in circumstances like that, sometimes we have to distance ourselves from them in ways that we really don't want to. Meaning that sometimes we have to back up. Sometimes maybe there isn't even any kind of contact between the two people. And so it is sad. It is sad when we hear of situations where family members are not talking to each other for whatever reason. Yes, it can be necessary. There are circumstances that it's necessary to do that, whether it's a temporary necessary or a long-term necessary. And every family has its reasons for doing so or not doing so. I think the best thing is if we can work through a problem, even when we agree, often we can disagree. And in that situation, often we can have some kind of relationship. It may not be a perfect relationship, but then most relationships aren't so perfect. Or it may be a limited relationship at some level, at varying levels of limitations. And maybe some things we would do with them and some things we would not do with them. And other times we just know what area to avoid with them. Maybe it's a topic that we won't talk about, or maybe it could be politics. A lot of family members are divided over politics, and if you put your relationship before politics, you can often say, we're not going to talk about politics. We'll talk about all the other things that we have in common, but we won't discuss politics because we agree to disagree. And it's only one of those areas of topics that are not good for us to discuss. And so that becomes an off-limited topic. And yet, what about people that, well, we've done all that. We've done our very best, and yet we can't be around them due to maybe some kind of behaviors that they have that make it just not right for us to be around. Well, I believe that if we have to step away from somebody, especially a closer family member, whether it's an aunt, an uncle, a brother, a cousin, whomever it happens to be, I believe in always doing it the best way possible. And I believe in doing it lovingly. And often, we can let them know that we love them, but we just can't be around them right now. But we hope to work through it for the future. I always believe in leaving the door open at the appropriate time. If that person truly has made lasting change, or we've come to some kind of agreement. And sometimes we can come to an agreement. Like I said, we can agree to disagree and not talk about certain topics. Other times there's situations where we just really have to step back and we don't really have a choice. Either way, it can be challenging and difficult, but I think a lot of people feel that they're the only ones that go through that. And I believe that a lot of families go through that at different levels, with different people in their family and in different ways for different reasons. So people are not alone when that happens. And there again, I believe that if we have to step away, we step away lovingly and in the best way possible, hoping that we can open that door once again over time when maybe circumstances have changed or attitudes have changed. If not, we leave a relationship lovingly and on good terms, and hopefully can only speak good about that relationship. And so, yes, there are relationships that people are estranged, whether it's a family member, maybe it's even a coworker, which is sort of like a family member. We just don't talk to them. And it is unfortunate, but there are circumstances that can bring that about. And it's not always both people's fault. Sometimes it really is more one-sided, where one person really is the person that creates the issues. And so sometimes you have the peacemaker trying to solve the issues for the person creating the issues. And that can really wear the peacemaker out. So sometimes we do have to step back in some relationships. And I believe that when we do, I believe in doing it as lovingly as possible. From my house to yours, may God bless you. And I hope to talk to you soon again. Bye-bye.